Kia ora te whānau. I'm on the phone with Joe. Now, Joe has recently caught the Omicron, so he's going to give us a little kōrero, a little insight, per se, into what it's like catching Omicron. So, kia ora, Joe, give us a quick intro.
Kia ora, yeah, name's Joe. I'm currently based in Brisbane in Queensland, Australia, and over here for mahi for the year.
Kia ora, Joe. All right. Yeah, tell us about it. What happened? How did you catch it?
Oh, so obviously over in Queensland, it's very much ongoing, very easy to catch at the moment. The industry that I'm currently in, you're very much in front of it all the time. So numbers increased by thousands very rapidly here in Queensland. It was pretty much easy to catch it. So yeah, just managed to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess.
Tell me about it, eh? So, like, what happened? How did you know you had it is probably a good question. Because they say, like, you can be asymptomatic, you can be symptomatic, and yeah. How did you know?
Yes, I woke up the morning that I had it, and I had a bad sleep, sore throat, sort of real pounding headache, and it was sort of at work we do rapid tests every day, so I come in sort of having the gut feeling that I'm probably going to test positive. Coming in, obviously did the test and it was positive, so I had a gut feeling that it was going to be positive, but yeah, so the rapid test confirmed it for me.
What were some of the symptoms you got? Like, I don't know, did you get the cough? Did you get the fever?
Yes, yeah, so I had the pounding headache and the sore throat throughout the first 3 days of it, but that's nothing that a Panadol and throat medicine could fix and relieve. That was probably the main thing that I was lucky to have on hand that sort of helped me get through the days. I was pretty lucky in regards to some people are very different in what the symptoms they get. You know, I was lucky I was very much still functional throughout my time, my 7 days. The first 3 days, like, yeah, as I said, I had the pounding headache and sore throat, but I was very much still able to function around the house and do what I needed to do and still able to work. But I know some people are very much different where they're stuck in bed for the first 2 days because they've got the chills and sweats as well. So there's all those different symptoms that each individual has differently.
So you had access to a rapid antigen test is what they're calling them, eh? Acronym RAT. You guys have them on hand. I think New Zealand's getting some soon, or we have some yet. But you found out from testing. So thing to note there, first thing is get tested.
Yeah,
hey.
Get tested. Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, definitely get tested is the first one.
And then you said, lucky you had Panadol. So the symptoms then weren't so intense to the point where you were like needed to be hospitalized. Some people may need to, but in this particular case you didn't need to. And Panadol was all good.
Yeah, Panadol got me through. It relieved me. I was pretty much on the dot of every 5 to 6 hours taking Panadol and taking the throat medicine every 6 to 8 hours. But yeah, that got me through the day.
And lots of water.
Yeah, lots of water. Yep, definitely, and eating properly.
How did you did you have support people?
Work were very good. I obviously with some workmates that managed to drop some shopping off to me because obviously at the time wasn't expecting to get it. So I was very lucky that I had food for a couple of days and I managed to get some workmates to drop some food off to me throughout the time. What
we're encouraging whānau to do is to get ready. So we've got these ISO ready kits that we're telling whānau to prepare. Get some kai, 7 days worth of kai up in there, rongoa or painkillers, games for the kids, a plan, because definitely need a plan, eh?
Yeah, I was very lucky that I was living by myself, so it was a lot easier. I had the whole house to myself. I wasn't locked up in a room where we had some people within our job that they're living with 3-4 people, so they end up being locked in the room. It'd be a lot tougher to be locked in a room by yourself for the 7 days, so I was very lucky in that sense.
What do you think some of the hardest parts were for you?
Probably the shock of getting it, to be fair, and the unknown. You sort of hear a lot of things and you see a lot of things on social media and you're hearing a lot of things for everything that's going on, but you can't really tell what's going to happen to you until you get it. I was very much, you sit there and you ponder about you ponder about your breathing. Is it normal? But you it actually is normal. You sit there wondering about your heart problem, but it is normal. You start thinking about it more and you start noticing things a bit differently because it's on your mind a bit more. So that was probably the worrying thing. But there was nothing, to be fair, once I got through sort of day 1 and 2 with the pound on the sore throat, I sort of knew I'd get through it okay. A lot of people that I know that have had it were pretty much the same too, so pretty much day 1 and 2, if day 1 and 2 you're bad, if you get through those past 2 days, then you're pretty much going to get through the days as it goes through. Sort of the annoying thing for me was, so over here in Queensland, it's 7 days isolation, then you're allowed out. I again had rapid tests on me, so I was able to test myself on day 6. I was negative. Day 7, I was positive. Day 8 and 9, I was negative. So there's always that chance that it actually is in your system in some sense, which is very weird for me because for our industry, you've got to do double negatives to return back to work. So that was very, very sort of annoying at the time because, as I said, tested negative, then tested positive. So I was like, oh no, here we go. But it is what it is, really.
And how long did you have to isolate for?
So 7 days isolated.
And that's it. And then the double negatives,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and that's to return back to our industry. Based on the government state rules, it's 7 days. After the 7th day, you're allowed to leave the house. So it just depends on what sort of industry you're in. That's all.
What do you think helped? Like, are you vaccinated?
Yeah, so I was double vaccinated and I actually got boosted 6 days before it. Obviously, the biggest thing that everyone sort of forgets in a sense is it actually doesn't stop you from getting it. It just stops you from being more sick. And I'm not the most healthiest or active person, but I thoroughly believe that the booster helped me get through it a bit more easier. So again, everyone's different and I understand that. So that's sort of how I thought I got through it.
Sure. Roger that. I hear you. I don't think I'm due for my booster until like another month. All right then. Thanks, Joe. Have a great day. Thanks for your time.
All good, Bea. Go get that.